Hey Glow Babies, guess what? We're back with another Face Mask Friday, which means we have another face mask to review and another cocktail to try out. So welcome. If you are new here, my name is Chelsea, and every single Friday I sit down and try out a new face mask while mixing and sipping on a tasty cocktail. So if you like skincare and you like to drink, then you are in the right place. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and that notifications bell so you can come back every single Friday and enjoy cocktail hour with me, Chelsea. And today we have another little history lesson for you. Don't worry, I'm not going to quiz you. I just found that this was slightly interesting. First, let me start off by saying that last week I had mentioned how Cleopatra would put egg whites on her skin to help with her complexion, and it had me thinking, I want to try an egg white face mask, right? And I looked online and there is like an egg white like pore mask or something, but none of the stores around me, even Ulta, didn't have it on hand. You could only order it, and I'm a little bit too impatient for that. So I figured, why not look up and find a DIY egg white face mask? So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna make our own face mask, and I'm kind of excited about it. That also leads me into saying that that means our cocktail is also going to have an egg white in it. Yeah. So if you're familiar with mixology or like bartending in general, then you are aware that like the original recipes for a lot of things like whiskey sours, gin sours, amaretto sours, anything that has a high acidic combination of ingredients will usually have an egg white included in the recipe. But you don't typically see a lot of bars unless it's like a craft cocktail place or somewhere that really sticks to the original recipe of things. Most places don't go through the hassle of using egg whites in their cocktails, mostly because it takes up time to not only make sure you have enough eggs to make sure that they're not cracked, that they're stored properly, but you also have to mix them a little bit longer with your cocktail ingredients to get it to the state that is ideal to be in a cocktail. So it just takes up more time, and when you're at a bar, you want things to be kind of fast-paced and get your drinks to your customers quickly. But that is why I wanted to spend a little time talking about where egg whites in cocktails originated. But egg whites have actually been around for a really long time. They are considered a delicacy, and we're going to talk about the history of the egg whites and really kind of how it was, I guess, discovered. So we're gonna dive into that today while we're putting an egg white on our face and seeing what an egg white in a cocktail tastes like. We're just getting all the protein today. But anyway, we're gonna start with making our egg white face mask. Like I said, really, really simple ingredients. We're just gonna go ahead and crack our egg to get our egg white. Hopefully I don't get any yolk in there. Didn't get any shells in there, so we're off to a good start. All right, let me just go through. I gotta throw this away now. Whoa. And then it is just 1 tablespoon of sugar, which is going to be what you'll get your exfoliation from. And then 2 teaspoons of the cornstarch, which is what's going to absorb and pull out those oils off your face. So we got our cute little measuring spoons up in here. Amazon.com. I'm just gonna add in the sugar. It's a brand new cornstarch because I don't use cornstarch for anything. I thought it was gonna be yellow. I need a corn, why isn't it yellow? Okay, so let me get started in what exactly inspired the egg white to be used in cocktails. So back in the Dark Ages, believe it or not, in like 1800s, peasants used to add egg whites to mix with like milk, and then it turned into mixing milk with liquor and spices to create a drink known as a posset. A posset is a thick, creamy kind of dessert drink, and I know a lot of us are really familiar with a certain egg cocktail followed with a nog. Yep. See? So the posset's kind of like the original eggnog. But not many people really make posset from scratch because, I mean, we do have pre-packaged eggnog. And if you make your own eggnog, kudos to you. I'm here for it, but I don't. So we're just going to mix this up. Oh. This is goopy. Oh, is this what it's supposed to look like? Well, it's looking a little strange. I'm just gonna mix it up a little bit more. I'm hoping that this is right. This really looks questionable. I'm not really sure how I feel about putting this on my face, but we're just gonna go for it. It's supposed to be like a little bit of a peel off mask, so I guess we'll see if that happens. So whenever you mix an egg into a cocktail, you need to get it to create those like air bubbles. And if you've ever made like whipped cream or have made like a meringue, you know that you beat the eggs until they get like that wispy like peaks, right? So essentially that's like how you would be shaking it to create the airy bubbles in your egg whites that are best as far as the texture in your cocktail. Texture in a cocktail, you obviously just have to shake it a really long time because you're not going to pull out your mixer and mix your egg whites just to put in a cocktail. So you do something called a dry shake. And what that means is you put all the ingredients minus the ice cubes into a shaker tin. You shake it up real good for like 30 to 60 seconds, and that's what's going to allow the eggs to expand. I honestly feel like I'm rubbing snot on my face. That's so gross. I just found it interesting that egg whites have a pretty versatile use. They range from being symbolic, you know, like egg, baby, birth, born, new life. And then you have it as far as like a food source. It's protein, it's obviously good for you. And then now you have it for skincare benefits. It's on my face, hopefully it's gonna do something good. So with that being said, we are going to make a cocktail that uses an egg white. It's gonna have whiskey, peaches, an egg white, some lemon juice, and some bitters to dash on top. Now the face mask is on and you now know a little bit more about egg whites and their journey to the cocktail glass, maybe, hopefully, that we're gonna head over to the kitchen so we can start mixing, and hopefully this doesn't just drip off my face. Got like 20 minutes this has to sit here, so let's go get drunk. Okay, the face mask has been on for a couple of minutes. It's getting a little bit harder, which I'm glad, because it was dripping all over my face, all over my shirt. It was not a really pleasant feeling. It's slimy, it's sticky. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our cocktail. Got a lot going on here. We have our whiskey. I've never tried this. Rebel Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. I like bourbon, don't love whiskey, so hopefully this is a happy medium. Next we have some lemon juice, then we have some agave, we have our peaches already cut up to muddle, our bitters for the top, and of course, an egg. So to get started, we need to muddle the peaches and then add in some of the ingredients. So we're just gonna throw in, should have picked the shorter glass, this hurts. Okay, then we're gonna add in 3/4 ounce lemon juice, already squeezed. And the honey, which is going to be about 1/2 ounce. Got our little jigger-madoo. So, now we're going to add in our whiskey. People that come over probably think I'm an alcoholic because I have so many like barely open bottles of liquor. Ugh. Doesn't smell terrible. So we need 2 ounces of whiskey. You know my generous pour-pours always get the better of me. And oops. Okay, so we have all that in. Now we need to add in our egg white. This part has me slightly nervous. I just want to make sure that I get like just the egg white. So honestly, I've never even had a cocktail with an egg white in it, but yeah, we're gonna make one today. Hoping for the best. This is gross. This already just feels wrong. All right, I gotta shake this for 30 to 60 seconds, so I'll just speed it up for you or something because it's gonna be so fun to watch me shake on up. Ready? Ooh, it's already opening. Uh-oh. Why is it coming out? smells like straight bourbon. So now we added in some ice and we're gonna shake it a little bit more and then we're gonna strain it into our cup. Okay. Ugh. Come on. Ugh. I gotta figure something else out, folks. This ain't it. Okay, and I should have mentioned that I don't have like the exact cup that they used. What else is new? I never do. So we're just gonna put it in this little thing, champagne flute, and see what happens. Pretty perfect pour, I do say so myself. Oh, well, now that it's settling, it kind of looks like the drink that inspired it. I'm not gonna be able to make the bitters look as pretty, so we're just gonna throw them on top. Ooh. And then last but not least, just garnish with a peach. I mean, she looks pretty. Smells like bourbon, but it looks pretty. Okay. Oh, I'm a little nervous to taste this one for some reason. All right, so I think it's now time to give it a little tasteroo. I'm just gonna take this little peach out of here. It's good. It just tastes like a whiskey sour. I think that's the point. I don't really taste any of the peach, but it's good. It's good. Would I make it again? I don't know. Maybe. If someone requests it, maybe. But you gotta like whiskey, I think, to like this drink. But it is tasty. I mean, you know me, I'm gonna keep drinking it anyway. I'm going to finish cleaning up this mess here, and then I'll meet you back over so we can do our final thoughts and reviews. I gotta take this off first, but. All right, folks, well, it is time for our final thoughts and reviews on our egg white face mask and our whiskey peach sour. I don't know. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, so we're starting off with the cocktail. Like I said, I like it. Don't love it, but I like it. Not bad. I give it like a 7 out of 10. Yeah, 7 out of 10 sounds pretty reasonable. And now for my final thoughts on the egg white, cornstarch, and sugar face mask. First thoughts upon putting it on, it was a little bit slimy, it was runny, it felt slightly awkward on my face. And then when I rinsed it off, my face was a little bit red. It was slightly red just around like this area. I think I might have left it on a little bit longer than 20 minutes. Maybe that's why. But regardless, my face definitely does look brighter. I could tell that the blood circulation kind of came to the surface. My pores do feel nice and tight. It feels so, I really have no complaints. Aside from it just not feeling the best upon putting it on. I would still say I give this a 10 out of 10. I would recommend. There's a long history behind egg whites being used on your face. Of course, if you don't want to make it yourself, you can just buy a face mask with egg whites in it at the store. But there are so many other things you can mix with it. There's one with like lemon and honey and egg whites. There's different combinations for different purposes, obviously. I don't know if I'll make it again because like I said, it was pretty runny and felt like snot on my face. But regardless, my face does feel good. It didn't irritate it, of course, and yeah, 10 out of 10 would recommend. So my glow babies, that brings us to the end of another Face Mask Friday. I know that the 4th of July is coming up this weekend, and I wanted to do something kind of themed for 4th of July, which I might do that next week, who knows? Keep you on your toes. Regardless, I hope everyone has an awesome and super safe holiday weekend. Be careful out there, but have a good time. And as always, I will leave the recipe for the cocktail and the recipe for the face mask down below in the description box. If you try out the face mask, if you try this cocktail or a version of it, please tag me. My Instagram is right here on the screen for you. I'd love to see if you try it, if you like it, all of the above. If there's any face masks out there you want to see me try or any cocktails you think that would be fun to watch me make, please let me know as well. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy hanging out with me, definitely hit that subscribe button. And if you want to get notified every time I upload, which is obviously every Friday, then be sure to hit that notifications bell. Otherwise, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Be safe out there and stay beautiful.